Dallas, Texas. We're at the ASIS Hub. That's booth 1613. Come on down and say hi. One of my favorite subjects, drones. Why did it have to be a drone? Max Klein, PhD. We get some very smart people on here, don't we, Mr. Lewis? From WeStopDrones.com, SCI
Technologies is the company.
Is the main company. Now,
that's right.
I'm totally intrigued by this.
Yes.
I got a guy who's the drone guy, right? And by the way, you did copy the security guy from the drone guy, but he says, no, you can't do a thing about a drone that can't be stopped. That's what he says. And he stands by that, and he's adamant about it. And I think since you have the website, WeStopDrones.com, you're going to disagree with that.
I think that's been very true for a long period of
All
time,
right.
and now it's no longer true.
Oh, okay, so this is more of a recent belief now that we can do something about it. That's fantastic.
Yes, so our product, AeroGuard, is really being introduced at this show. We did a kind of a dry run show about 2 weeks ago, and this is the first time it's really out in the security community. And so we provide a drone that can go out, intercept, and perform interdiction and neutralization of other drones.
It's a drone killing drone?
It's a drone interdiction drone.
Oh, interdiction. Yeah, we don't like to say bad, politically incorrect words nowadays.
Right,
All right,
exactly.
That's fine. That's fantastic. You know what? I never thought of that solution. We've seen nets, signal jamming. We've seen all these things, and I'm not going to sit there with my Batman net and shoot a drone out of the sky. It's not really practical. And if you shoot a drone down sometimes in some jurisdictions, even if it's over my property that I own from here to heaven, I get in trouble for it.
That is correct.
Right.
It can be air piracy. I mean, right now,
I know.
A lot of the federal laws don't differentiate between a toy drone that you buy at a hobby store and a jetliner full of people.
Oh, because I didn't think about that. Aircraft.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
There's a lot of legislation that's still being worked. There's a lot of case law that's still to come. But there are a lot of use cases that appear to be quite legal. And quite needed, especially around critical infrastructure, around sporting events, around prisons, around airports.
And we're seeing it being used as guards.
Yes.
We had a company on here where it goes out and patrols. It can it can in a few seconds go out a couple miles, and a guard can't do that. So that's a great use, and it's a
drones are wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's just every wonderful technology also can have a dark side, and so we're making sure that we have the products that can help out to keep the drone community going. If we have bad events happen with drones, that really hurts everybody. I mean, it hurts the people in that event, obviously, but it hurts the whole drone industry.
Yeah.
And there's so much positive to come from drone use in the security world, in agriculture, and surveying, that we really want to keep that industry thriving.
So I have a very active imagination, and I think of all kinds of crazy stuff. One crazy thing I thought of was, I got this $6 billion Bradley tank.
Yes.
And if it breaks down, I just lost $6 billion. Why don't I just go get 1 billion drones?
Yes.
And fly it somewhere, and guess what? There's nothing you could do about that. It's a swarm.
Correct.
Right?
And there's a lot of research and development being done in swarms.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an active area. Luckily for all of us, swarms are still a little bit off.
All right.
I mean, they're really kind of the things of large computing companies.
Right.
Have demonstrated some swarms. It's really a research area today. The practical threats are really kind of onesie-twosie drones, a lot of inadvertent
That's
hazards.
true. I mean, we've seen some being armed.
Yeah.
They weaponize them. We've seen that kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. But they're generally used in small raids or onesie-twosies. So it's not a swarm that comes after, but it may be 2 or 3 at the same time.
So talk about your drone intervention device and how that works.
Yes. Yeah. So interdiction is
interdiction.
All about,
sorry. All right.
No, interdiction is all about intercepting something,
right,
and removing it from where it's not supposed to be. So our system is a fully autonomous system. We have a interceptor, so we have a drone that sits on the ground. It's always sitting on the ground, ready to be launched. Everything's about reaction time. It's not so much about range; it's about being fast.
Right.
That these are pop-up threats; they happen very quickly.
Sure.
So you need to be able to do something about that. So our system autonomously figures out its path planning for intercept. It autonomously avoids obstacles on the way there. It does terminal tracking on board.
Okay.
Comes up with a firing solution for a net. Launches a net. We capture and entangle whatever drone we're interdicting, and then it's tethered, so we tow it away to a safe location.
Why is that not a violation of aviation? If I tethered it at 747, I'd be in big trouble.
That would be a big problem for sure, but you're also not going to be flying a 747 inside restricted airspace. So if you're at a large sporting event,
right,
they generally are granted a temporary flight restriction,
that's right.
TFR.
Flyovers,
so
right.
They are not authorized aircraft.
Okay.
Therefore, it appears that interdiction is likely legal. Now, I mean, case law still has to work things out, but if you have a pressure cooker bomb that's flying into a stadium, you're not going to have a legal problem for taking that out.
So what about flight times? I've been told by most people that these average medium-sized drones, 40 minutes.
Sure.
That kind of thing. Have you attacked that limited flight time problem?
So for our system, the flight time really is not a problem. We have far more flight time than we need because a typical interdiction scenario only takes about 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
You have 20 seconds to neutralize a threat.
Okay.
So we've heard that number from various government agencies kind of off the record. So in 20 seconds, you need to already be there and have captured that other drone. And from that point, it's just a matter of where your safe location is for disposal and then a return to home.
This is fantastic. Very fascinating. WeStopDrones.com, Mark Klein, PhD. Always nice to have smarter people in the room here on the show.
Oh, thanks a lot for
SDI.
having me. SCI.com. SCI Technologies.
SCITechnologies.com, right. Next time you got to bring a drone, I want to see this demonstrated. You know what?
Stop by the booth.
Where are you guys located? Your company?
Oh, we're based in Huntsville, Alabama.
You know what? I'm going to Washington, D.C. in January. Maybe we'll stop off. We'll set up the camera, and we'll watch this do a demo on it. That'd be really cool.
Great.
Excellent. Back in a minute here on SecurityGuideTV.com. ASI is 2017. Take us out, Mr. Lewis. It's 2017. Take us out, Mr. Lewis.